David Haye, thank you for joining us on All Out Fighting, courtesy of Haye. It looks like we are going to see Jake Paul take on Anthony Joshua before Christmas. I think most people, probably including Jake Paul himself, believes he's deluded. So if he's in the gym over the next few weeks, what does he have to do to try and, how does he, in his head, think he could beat Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, he's gone from, Gervonta Davis to Anthony Joshua. If you stand those two guys next to each other, it's a big difference. It's a 100-pound difference effectively, and it's a tough place to be for Jake Paul and his health if he's going to get into a boxing ring with Anthony Joshua wearing boxing gloves, sparring gloves. It's irrelevant. The punch power from a legitimate big punching heavyweight will be something he hasn't experienced before. He hasn't experienced it before. Maybe he'll need to now in sparring. He'll need to get some big guys in, and the reality of what he's signed up for, he may realise long before the first bell. Because who does he bring in to spar to prepare himself for Anthony Joshua? It's a tough place for him. But if he thinks he can do it, God bless him. Let's see what he can do.
I mean, as long as he leaves the ring alive, you can't really lose, can he?
It's such a big challenge for himself. Even if he gets into the second round, he runs around. But if he can somehow put a dent in Anthony Joshua with a punch, then yeah, you got to give him credit, because on paper he's got no business being in there, no business whatsoever. But if he believes in himself and his team around, maybe they've seen something in Anthony Joshua's game plan or his boxing ability that they can capitalise on. I can't think what it could be. I've got no clue whatsoever. So if they have and they want to do it, Anthony Joshua, I think it's an easy night's work for Anthony Joshua. It's a month away. He's always in shape. He was talking about fighting soon anyway. So let's get it on.
Because you mentioned if he lands a punch, and that's almost enough in this generation, because it means he can clip that up, put it on all the social media. Oh, listen, I landed a flush right hand. Yeah. It doesn't matter what happens after that. Sometimes that's enough for.
I know who could knock Jake Paul for getting knocked out by Anthony Joshua. No, Anthony Joshua, very few people would put themselves in harm's way. He'll be a meme for the next couple of years. But maybe he genuinely believes it, and I assume he does. If he's willing to do it, he's not doing it. He's not doing it for just the money. He's earned enough money. It's not about that. It's about his legacy, and if he wants to roll the dice against one of the premium heavyweights on the planet currently, good luck to him. He's going to need it for sure. But Anthony Joshua, all the pressure's on him really, because not only does he have to win, he has to win very, very cleanly. He can't be getting getting busted up or cut or dropped or hurt. That's if that happens, Jake Paul's won. Effectively the moral battle.
There is a serious side to it though, because you saw what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou, who not a boxer but fighting his whole life.
Big, robust man.
Much bigger. So, is there not a danger that this is just one step too far when we talk about social?
For me, it's a massive step too far. I think it's super clear, but great. I thought Francis Ngannou getting in there with Tyson Fury was a step too far. I thought it was, Tyson's going to play with him. You've got the heavyweight champion of the world, and you've got a guy who's an MMA fighter. I said, what connection is there? But I was completely wrong, and I thought Francis Ngannou actually won that fight, and he knocked down Tyson Fury as well. If you thought it was close, he knocked him down just to seal the deal, but obviously didn't get to the decision. But crazy things happen in sport, and just that fight taking place was something that doesn't normally happen in boxing. But we're in that crazy time now where anything's possible. And if Francis Ngannou can knock down Tyson Fury and lose on a very close decision, can Jake Paul win a couple of rounds against Anthony Joshua? Maybe. But I don't know how he's going to do it. I don't know how he's going to do it, but it's going to be interesting.
If he, for some reason, got on the phone to you and said, listen, how do I approach this fight? What would you say?
To who, sorry?
To Jake Paul.
I'm not sure what I could advise. it's a month away. The fight's a month away. What he's doing. He's been prepping for someone who's significantly smaller than himself. So I'd say maybe getting some big sparring partners and see how you get on. See how you get on. Get some fringe world level heavyweights, because you don't want to get knocked out before the fight. You need to get to the fight in one piece. So you don't want to bring someone in too dangerous. You need to kind of be able to get in the ring. And the sparring partners he would need to beat Anthony Joshua, I think, might beat him too much in sparring. So do you just not spar and just hope for the best on the night? I know you can't go from sparring Shakur Stevenson and guys a lot smaller to sparring some big lumps. It's a tough game.
And is there any chance that Anthony Joshua gets in there, and obviously he knows what to do, yes, he'll knock him out, but will it be a bit strange fighting someone who's got no real experience at all? Is there any sort
He fought Francis Ngannou.
True.
And he dealt with that as someone world-class should deal with someone who doesn't have a world-class boxing pedigree. He went out there and just wiped him out and made it look pretty comfortable and pretty easy. So that's what I'd expect, that type of performance. Maybe you wouldn't need to show as much respect to Paul in terms of, he showed Ngannou respect. He didn't rush in. He took his time. If he takes that same approach, I'd be very surprised if Jake hears the bell for the second round.